So hello guys, welcome to HS Academy. So guys, finally today we are going to discuss about system safety. What is that? Systems safety. Now, initially when we have started our channel, at that time I told you the types of safety: personal, process, functional, and systems. So basically we have covered a lot of topics on personal safety. We have done some topics with functional also, some with process also, but this is going to be our first video on what is the meaning of actually system safety and their applications. Okay, so guys, see, basically systems, if I explain you what is the meaning of system, so basically system is a combination of subsystems. Okay, combination of subsystems will be called as system. So basically all the subsystems are working continuously to achieve the system objectives. For example, your car is a system, your aircraft is a system, missile launching system is a system. Okay, your traffic lights and vehicles are making a unique system. Okay, if I take one car, if you are riding one of the car, if you are riding one of the bike, then these are whole system which compromises of different subsystems. For example, braking system is there inside that. Okay, afterwards your ABS system, anti-lock braking system is there. Okay, fuel is also there. Afterwards suspension system is also there. So a lot of things are there. Okay, so all these things are working continuously, interconnectedly. They are connected with each other to accomplish system goals. Now basically what is the goal why you are using a car is to transport yourself from one location to another location. That is going to be your purpose. That's why these all subsystems are working continuously. Okay, now I hope you understood that. So when we talk about the system safety, guys, actually the purpose of the system safety is to make a system, is to develop a system which is totally free of hazards. It means, okay, but initially it is not possible, because as you know that risk cannot be put at zero. It means risk will not be never be zero. Okay, so the approach of system safety is to give a system with an optimized level of risk reduction. Generally, you know why I like system safety? There is a reason for that. So whatever the concepts previously you have studied, no, in your books, in your examinations, whatever you have studied, somewhere, sometimes that particular system safety broke these concepts and proved that whatever we have studied, it is partial knowledge and it provides complete knowledge. For example, in the NIBOSH, what we have studied meaning of safety is the absence of risk of serious personal injury. It means a risk is not there, as well as there is no risk of serious personal injury. But in the system safety, it is clear that particularly risk cannot be reduced to zero. Yeah, we can develop one system with the acceptable level of risk, but it cannot be zero. Okay, so now we have discussed about some systems, okay, and their subsystems. So basically I told you what is the meaning of system safety. Okay, now actually if we come to the our life, means actually where it is applicable. So guys, it is applicable everywhere. The train you are traveling, okay, the mobile you are using, the computer you are using, the laptops you are using, the aircraft in which you are traveling, each and everything, as well as we people also forming a unique systems in our day-to-day life, which we can recognize very easily. Okay, when we talk about the history, guys, actually when it was developed, how the initial things was happened, so it was basically developed during the US Ministry of Defense. Okay, so they have basically initiated on that, that is your system safety process, and developed first standard, that is your MIL STD 882D. That is your standard, military standard 882D. Even now also, if you put on Google, means you will get a full sheet of that, around 142 pages. MIL standard 882D. Okay, it is one of the old standards. So after the development of that particular standard, a lot of companies, private sector companies, have also implemented this standard during their manufacturing, as well as they got awesome results in the terms of system safety. Okay, but now if I talk to you in today's world, so nowadays there are a lot of standards available, as well as a lot of techniques are available for the system safety applications and all. Okay, now what about system safety? How we can apply it? Which stage it is applicable? So see, guys, system safety and human life. Okay, system life cycle as well as human life cycle, both are pretty much same. If I talk to you, what about human, how they spend their life on the earth? So you will tell that they will first of all born, Okay, after that they will grow, they will be child, after that they will grow little bit, after that adulthood is there, after that marriage, after that they will die and buried. Okay, that is the life cycle of a human. Likewise, system life cycle is also same. If you are able to understand the human life cycle, it will be very easy for you to understand system life cycle. Okay, so basically system life cycle can be divided into 5 major categories. Okay, first is your planning stage. Okay, concept planning. It means you will be defining what will be the system, what will be the components of that, what will be the subsystems of that, what will be the financial cost for that. It means you will be planning just your mind, or just maybe in copy and paper, just planning, no designing and all, just planning how and what is the objective of that particular system. That thing you will be doing. In the second stage will become as development and testing stage. First is your planning, second is development and test. In that particular stage, you will be designing your systems as well as you will be testing for them. Basically, this particular stage can be divided into 3 types: preliminary design, detailed design, and testing. Okay, so various activities are there. We will discuss someday about that. Okay, when we come to the third stage, it will be your production at mass level, because systems we are not developing for ourselves. We are developing for the community, for the benefits of the community. So after the production at the mass scale, it will go to the end user. It means those who are going to use. For example, we have produced a lot of automobiles. Now, is that all the automobiles is going to be used by the entrepreneur or the owner of the company? No, it will be distributed. It will be sold to the other users, those who can take the benefit of that. After coming to us, it will come under operation stage. That is your second last stage, operation stage. Yeah, during the operation stage, we will be using that. We will be doing maintenance on all. We will be changing its parts, depend upon our customization needs and depend upon our particular mindset. In the last, when this system is not able to perform its intended function or becomes old, because while the operation stage, a lot of new systems will be developing, okay, because R&D is continuously going on everywhere. So when this particular system got damaged or not able to perform their particular objectives, we will be disposing of it. It means again decommissioning whatever the subsystems are there, whatever the functions are there, we will decommission them and we will take one new system. Okay, so basically this is the system life cycle, and doesn't mean that safety is only implemented during the first phase, that is your concept phase. Safety needs to be implemented from concept to the disposal phase during the system life cycle of the whole system. Okay, now when we talk about the core system safety, actually for each and everything there should be one process now. Okay, so as per the MIL standard 882D that I told you already, MIL STD 882D, as per them, they have defined the core system safety process into 8 main types. Okay, there is a separate process for that, like for example, identification of hazards, reduction of risk, verification of risk reduction, tracking of hazards, like that 8 steps are there. Okay, which will make a separate video. I'll make a separate video on that. So after understanding these particular stages, you will be able to understand system safety more better. Now, when we talk about the attributes, because systems also compromises a lot of things, like for example, if we generally classify them, that will be hardware, software, afterwards human interfaces, environment, facilities, procedures and all. So there is a lot of attributes are there. So if you want to understand system safety more depthly, more nicely, then you need to have a proper understanding of key system attributes, okay, and how they perform their function. Because until and unless if you don't have any understanding, means it will be totally waste, because you need to take care of each and everything. It means you need to take care of each and everything attributes in order to perform a system safety very effectively. Okay, so that about the attributes, how you can implement, how important it is to know about the system attributes. Okay guys, so basically system safety is very important, guys. I think you got some understanding by the points which I have told you now during these stages. Okay, so we have discussed about system life cycle. So that about the today's video, guys. Here I have told you about the system safety, its applications, and why we need to do that system safety. And in the last, just keep in mind, guys, see, every system will pose hazard, but we are the humans, we have accepted these systems because the benefits of the system are much higher than the hazards and risk which is posed by the system. So it's everybody's need to use these complex systems, to use that particular system in a safe manner. Nowadays also, as you know that we are using vehicles, we know that these are dangerous, these are using flammable vehicles, fuels. Okay, till now we are using, why? Means because the benefits are more than the hazards and risk which is posed by them. Okay, so it's the common practice that we need to work with this system to accomplish our day-to-day life goals. Okay, so I hope you got some understanding by this video about system safety and its applications. Kindly tell me how was that video, as well as if you know want more videos about system safety, kindly let me know. As well as previously I have made two videos, that is your hazard triangle as well as your real meaning of hazard. Okay, these two topics I have taken from system safety itself. Okay, but just before introducing, I have launched these videos just to want to see your interest towards that topic. Generally, people have the tendency to learn these things only which are applicable to their job, not for the knowledge basis. So just if you are interested, kindly let me know so I can develop more videos on system safety, because there are a lot of things CD hat, OD hat, DD hat, PD hat, CD hat, a lot of things are there that we need to know about system safety to embrace our knowledge, to enhance our knowledge. Okay, so this was the end of this video. I hope you will like this video. Kindly subscribe to this channel, because in the statistics I was seeing that around 59% of the peoples are there, those who are not subscribing to our channel, only coming, watching the videos and not subscribing. Don't do like that, yeah. Kindly subscribe to this channel and stay tuned with us. We'll develop more videos for you. So thank you for watching. Have a nice day. Meet you in the next video. Till then, take care.